So in the video that you are about to see, you will note that a number of things have come together for me to be able to come up with this idea. This idea did not spring into my head in a vacuum. A few weeks ago, I was looking at a Kriegspiel variant called Pub Battles, which has its own YouTube channel and a website named Command Post Games. In Pub Battles, the players are provided with a beautiful looking canvas map. There's also an option to purchase a paper one. But this canvas map has period authentic reproduction of maps from, for instance, in the American Civil War, the 1860s. And it was played out with wood blocks using a Kriegspiel light type system. A few weeks later, because I'm currently trying to learn some French, I have been watching a YouTube channel by Ramius 256. Ramius is a French wargamer that focuses mostly on the Napoleonic era. But he had a video about creating terrain using basically a marketing flyer that gets printed out on vinyl, and showed how you could take multiple images for rivers and roads and things like that, stitch them together using the image manipulation software of your choice, and then send off to this European company that would produce these marketing maps. The result was a large piece of fabric that had to be cut down, but once cut down, it looked really nice. The colors were good, and it laid flat on the table. And furthermore, he had scaled it for multiple types of scale, like 28 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 1/72, whatever. Finally, I am participating in a small wargaming circle to produce basically a wargamer starting kit using very cheap options, using wood blocks like you've seen on my channel. I produce videos using these wood blocks to be able to easily prototype games or play multiple different rule sets without having to paint, hundreds of minis. Of course, the spectacle is not as grand, but it is a very affordable option to be able to get into wargaming. And so several of us were kicking around ideas, and finally it dawned on me that I could take the Pub Battles concept of a canvas map, which, if you look at the pricing for their Gettysburg packet, for the wood blocks and the canvas map and the rules, it costs $148, and currently they are out of stock. I thought that was a bit extraordinary. So I took Ramius's idea of a vinyl marketing flyer, right? A very large marketing flag that is printed with a custom image, in this case, a period authentic image of a battlefield from 1864 around the Chattahoochee River that ties in with this Strategos game that I'm working on and is scaled appropriately so that it will work with the WoFun mini games 18 millimeter minis that I have decided to purchase. And so I stitched together an image. I've got some background in image manipulation. And so I sent it off to an American company, which, by the way, happens to be Amazon. Now, Amazon outsources this stuff to Hong Kong, and it took a while for the image to show up, and I had no idea if this was going to work out. But I am very glad with the final results here. It cost $28 plus, I think it had minor shipping amount. But anyway, it was $28 for a large vinyl map that can then be cut in half, and then my wife will stitch this back together. It showed up with a beautiful border. It lays flat. The scale was perfect. And here are just a few images showing the final result. It takes a village, I guess, and a village idiot to put together something like this. I want to thank Ramius, if he ever watches this video, and say merci beaucoup pour votre suggestion. Anyway, That's all I have for today. I hope you enjoy this concept. Maybe it belongs in your quiver of arrows for your wargaming table. All right, so our experimental map, our experimental flag material, marketing flag material has come in. It has a nice black border. I've not yet cut it into two pieces and reassembled them together. My wife might actually sew them for me so that this battle map is fine. This is the Chattahoochee River up here. This is the bend down there at Powers Ferry. And down here is Johnson's Ferry. This is the position that was marked on the map by the sketch artists of the Union when they took it over. But that was the Confederate artillery position up on the highlands overlooking the Chattahoochee. This is the Dixon Farm at the crossroads that we had on our experimental game. This is the road network on the Union side. And here are several units coming down. The grids are very clear, very easy to read. Each grid is 150 yards, so that's 12 inches per mile. This is 8 figures, so 8 figures, each of these representing 40 men. So 8 times 4, that's 8 times 4, 320 men. So this would be half a regiment, basically, almost a battalion. I think it looks good. This is what a unit and column might look like. Pretty good sized unit. I think, yeah, I think this is going to work just fine. It looks great. Material is almost see-through, so I can't wait to put down some green felt. That might change it, and it'll look even better, I think. And here it is from bird's eye view, going down to ground level. You can definitely see the road network, the paths. The lettering is pretty good. I didn't even really clean this up too much using Image Magic, but yeah, you can easily see the river, Ferry Point, Soap Creek, the paper mills at Soap Creek crossing right here. And then if you follow it down here, you can see the bend in one of the 2 islands. This island is upstream from the second one where Powers Ferry was at. Yeah, it looks great, I think. And the scale is now proper. It's fantastic.